Well, this morning we want to introduce you to a nonprofit that's here in Phoenix and really across the nation that could really use your help, and is such an incredible group of people to work with, and it helps children. And here to help me introduce this to you is Joe Pruitt. He is president of the Phoenix Rotary 100, and I believe you told me it was the first Rotary
in the state of Arizona.
That is very exciting. And you are here today to talk to us about Ambassadors of Compassion. And it is such an incredible program, like I mentioned, and I'm so happy that you're here to educate us on that. But before we get to AOC, tell us a little bit about Phoenix Rotary 100, about the group and what it does.
Rotary is a business and community organization of members that meet regularly and talk, become friends, and then talk about things that are important to the community and how we can help make the community better. The motto of Rotary is service above self. And so we try and get involved in activities that benefit the community, usually with youth. That's what attracted us to the AOC program.
How would one become a member of Phoenix Rotary 100?
Best way is to go to, there's an AZRotary.org website that'll direct you to the many Rotary clubs across the state. There's, I think, over 120 clubs throughout the state of Arizona. There's over 40 clubs here in Phoenix. And, or you can go to our website, it's Rotary100.org, and we can direct you from there.
I really love the motto that you had. I think that is so telling for the people that are involved in Phoenix Rotary 100 and tells us what kind of people they are. Now, when it comes to Ambassadors of Compassion, it's an incredible program that has adult coaches really go in and help junior high students and high school students with learning grit and learning how to empower themselves and become responsible for their lives. So tell me a little bit about how you and Phoenix Rotary 100 got involved with this incredible program, Ambassadors of Compassion.
Well, we wanted to do a project that could change the trajectory of the youth, try to break that cycle of poverty.
Yes,
and
yes.
So, well, when we learned about Ambassadors of Compassion, it looked like exactly what we were looking for. We can raise the money, and we have, armies of volunteers. So they're all, a lot of Rotarians are always looking for things to do, and this is a perfect project because you get face-to-face with kids. It is a 12-week of lessons, and so you get to know the kids really well over that 12-week period. And you get as much out of it as they do.
Oh, most definitely. And the Ambassador of Compassion, like we mentioned, the program has 2 levels right now, one for junior high ages, one for high school. And I want to just explain a little bit one of the programs. For example, let's take the RISE program. And this is a workbook that you actually give to the students as a coach. You're trained by AOC to do this. And it's a workbook that has messages and quotes and then places for them to answer questions. And the RISE program is responsibility, initiative, service, and expectations. So as a coach, how do you work with them and teach them the responsibility, initiative, and service?
You really just follow the book yourself. You have a teacher's edition, and it's very simple. You can prepare for that week's subject in about 15 minutes. You go online and you see the video that the kids will be seeing. And actually, they do an orientation prior to that as well, but it's fairly easy to execute their plan. What I found interesting and what kind of the light bulb came on in my head as I was doing it was the RISE responsibility is knowing you have the ability to do something.
Yes, yes.
Initiative is actually doing something. Service is the thing you do, and expectations are the result you expect. So it all flows, and once the kids started to see that, they began to identify things in their own lives that they could have an impact on. And we ended up doing a service project, the class that we did, where a lot of these kids are on free and reduced lunch, and there are several programs around town that give them food over the weekend. So that, because when they're in school they get free lunch, but when they're home they don't. And so there's organizations that provide these. This particular one, Kitchen on the Street.
Do you know what? We can't go into all the details right now, but the
Okay.
Kitchen on the Street, this was one of the programs that they helped to give food to kiddos on the street.
They went and packed the lunches themselves.
I mean, that's amazing. I mean, this is a great program. There's so much more we could say about AOC and about Phoenix Rotary 100, but we're running out of time.
Of course.
So if you would like more information on either Phoenix Rotary 100 or on Ambassadors of Compassion, go ahead and visit aztv.com for more information, and we'll be right back.